Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it, with the reputation of the Adventurers Guild.
Well, that's us for sure.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the Commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is—
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara, but the problem is, they don't know the missing—
they're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission—
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to it. In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
All right then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious. To Vimara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine's—
Ah, so you're here about that, then. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. We've pretty much had it up to here in question.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name?
I don't know. I really have no—
Okay, guess you are really—
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just— I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression.
Alright, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy. In his early 20s, probably. And I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope not.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway...
Huh. All right, thanks for the information.
It's the guests, I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I don't think his parents are still living in the... He would often take time to visit the elder, and whenever someone had something on their mind, as the village chief,
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person, but, you wouldn't happen to know any details?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but...
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. Well, Traveler, what do you think? Paimon thinks so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he... Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for the Vimara Village Commission?
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vimara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me.
Useless. Yeah.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. I was actually adopted by the people of Vimarville. I was surrounded by such good people and growing up
Alone?
How should I put it? Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to... Really? You know exactly how I feel?
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing village, no matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient, too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to No, none of those things matters now.
Wow. You two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about it?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to...
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help. The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, look at those hilly churls over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange? The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this? Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
Gather!
Strike a pose! Time to shine!
Stray clouds converge! Skyward!
Lament! Here! Worthless!
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
It was no trouble.
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vimara village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble... Wait a second. That person... It's Dainsleif!
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. See you later.
Yep, see you later, Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order...
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose? No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilly trail activity is merely a...
Still, the hilly trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here.
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is, and you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk. Ah, so that was the someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilly...
Right! That mysterious voice he heard in his sister's memory. The one who called...
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you? I sense hesitation in your word. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. His name is Vedrfolnir. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin.
Your brother?
There were 5 of them. The 5 sinners of Canria. The wise Roptatir. The visionary Vedrfolnir. Gold Rhine-daughter. The foul Sertologi. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhine-daughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedrfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. The 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, so they became sinners, but also transcendent beings. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness. Indeed. If they are not stopped, of course. As I said,
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the loom. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osile and make a
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to, there are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not
Our most pressing concern is to determine based on the intel I've gathered so far,
the ley lines.
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of...
Wait! Then our commission here in Vimara Village. The person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow. So tired. Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today. Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here? Did something happen?
The missing person to your mission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seems like what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before. Memories of him.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you...
No, it wasn't a dream. And I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then!
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning,
What sort of truth?
that their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe, however, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you...
course.
I want to go traveling too! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Skyward! Scatter!
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover that. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Hey, wait up!
Gonna be epic! Loaded. Let's light it up! Where evil lurks, shoot on sight. Clouds high, the birds call, wind strike.
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Everybody stand! As one with wind and cloud!
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Time to go.
The door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Ready. Let's light it up! Fallen leaves, adorn my... I'm going in!
Eat this!
Hunt them down! Load it!
Boba, get them!
Off we go! Let's light it up! Wind strike! Into the shadows!
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to... Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have...
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's...
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of...
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place. The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara, just think of it as a way to divide and conquer. I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety and that of the Eye? That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on. Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Where are
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to do such was the price they paid, and thus there's.
Did you hear that? What was that? It sounded so gentle. Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this has happened. Looks like the same thing is happening over here, too. The hilly
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer.
over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered, "Sleep well, Father. When you awake, that which
It almost sounds like a poem or... Well, now that the hilly trolls have calmed down, Vimara Village, let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find... seems to be up to something...
The Abyss Order? Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware...
Well, that's good. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager...
Someone...
Huh? You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. You're missing
I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just... At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to.
But how is that? All right. Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the miss... What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again? You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first.
Loaded.
Someone's gone missing?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a...
Oh, I know who you're talking.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. Then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But what? Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was...
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he... Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with...
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's... If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could... Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukadevada, no one remembers him. No, Bahram still remembers him. He...
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all? Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memory, but didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and good idea! That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow...
There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experience. There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experience. If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, all the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village. But I'm still... No. Based on what we know...
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 20... If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be like there could be overlap or something. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a...
The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time. Dainsleif had memories implanted into his mind. Could it be... We thought Chief Amadea forgot about the missing villager, but it turns out we're at a moment in time. No, that...
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory. Yeah, that's where they'll be...
Into the shadows.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. It's okay if you don't. You could also just
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, right! This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet!
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa.
Another time, huh? Yeah. Oh.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
The founder of the Abyss Order. The man who broke the curse of immortality. Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom of fate. Dane's brother, one of the 5 sinners of Conria. The one who stole the power of the Abyss. No. You're Kari Bear Alberic.
Oh. You know me? Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came, but I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come. I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance. Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate. But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate. As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines. In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But, as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world. Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life. Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life. I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life, even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds... After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to... I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible. I know. Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on. He would then hand the eye to you. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already. Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the princess is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor in the face of everything they could be planning. I fear, in any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved. You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory. After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple, to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales. I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's fun.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree? That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years. The loom of fate, huh? I still have it before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria. There's been not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes, such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the heavenly principle. However, the heavenly principles will awaken. You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who, even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part. So ask yourself this. Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles. Ether?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of... Do you remember? A long time ago, when you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me. Well, would you think of that as...
You mean...
I miss you too, Ether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final... I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
What's going...
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Still so sleepy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was in. He didn't say anything though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for you. let's think for a second. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened. Wait, really? What a score! Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are. Sleep.
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right, so there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is, and we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now. Paimon wonders how Atos is doing. Maybe we should go check. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so...
Ready.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I was part of the search party, so honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. It's funny, but I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Like, I'm just happy I got to meet him. So... Okay, I'll admit. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye? You don't need to comfort me. It's just like Curry Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.